What's happening, y'all? I think it's safe to say we all screw up in life. We all make mistakes. But today, or more specifically a few days ago, I heard about something that was just so catastrophic, just so hilarious that I think it might actually be the biggest L in human history. Verbal Ace. Dude, I can't even say his name. Y'all already know what I'm about to talk about, but Verbal Ace, man. 40-year-old man, 40-year-old African-American man making some pretty decent content on YouTube. I gotta say, he's definitely much more talented than the average YouTuber. And the way he puts his talents on display is very good. Through his series of cartoon beatbox battles, which I think you've all probably seen. One or two of y'all have all seen the Thanos.
Let me show you how to scratch it.
Verbal Ace was a dude I looked up to for a long time. And not specifically because I was like super into his content or anything. I just thought it was cool that this dude is super talented. He shows off his talent through these means of animations, and he makes people smile and laugh. I think that's awesome. I first discovered him on YouTube it was on Instagram, I think, in like 2016, 2017. And I first saw him doing one of his street performances, and I thought, this guy is a super cool, super wholesome guy. So you can imagine the surprise when I found out the other day that this 40-year-old man went bankrupt over being down bad for a fictional character. What? This dude, apparently, okay, so we have no official explanation for this. I feel like I should definitely say that. There is no official explanation as to why Verbal Ace made that animation that he made or had it commissioned or whatever. But there's this animation came out of him basically being seduced, and like, not just seduced, but there are some other questionable themes, very elaborate questionable themes that come up later in the video that allude to it being a much more elaborate and well thought out fantasy, right? But this is between him and a fictional character, okay? And not just any fictional character. A fictional character from a YouTube animation series, which doesn't make it any less legitimate, by the way. I think Has-Been Hotel kicks ass. I think it's funny as hell. But it's like a show about gay demons, and this dude makes kids content, and he's down bad, not just for any character, but the lesbian, the gay demon. He's down bad for a gay demon, bro. And in this animation, this character not only does some raunchy stuff with him, she kidnaps him, she makes out with him, but she ties him up to a bed, and they show that nigga getting a boner.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no.
Like, you can't... I'm sorry, man. You cannot make something like that up, bro. And I've had my experiences with... Let me just say DeviantArt, okay? I've had my experiences with people creating strange and elaborate fantasies. Like, that's what people do, okay? Don't get me wrong. I've had some moments where I'm like, okay... Testament from Guilty Gear Strive, I wouldn't mind, if they tied me up and did a few, but I'm not making an animation of that, okay? I'm not spending $50,000 on an animation about me being horny, bro. That's absolutely insane. And, okay, beyond all that, brother, what actually I learned is that it takes Verbal Ace like a good amount of money, like $200,000 to produce one of those cartoon beatbox battle episodes. So, considering that this dude, first of all, made this he made like an actual high quality production, and who Just who was it for? Why would you make something like that as a 50-year-old man? How are you that down bad, bro? I'm sorry, 40 years old. That's a big difference. But how are you that down bad, bro? Like, what? At 50? And you, okay, let's talk about what you could have done with that money, because you could have commissioned, like, actual porn, okay? You could have made a, like, 30-minute long animation of your character just getting absolutely destroyed by this Charlie character, man. But you decided to do this in the worst and, like, weirdest way possible. Dude, you didn't even get any real porn out of it. And then, let's talk about the fact that you could have paid some real depraved girl to do a bunch of weird shit to absolutely destroy you, right, for $50,000. That could totally happen, man. $50,000 is a lot of money. That ain't cheap, okay? You could get somebody to, like, cut off one of their arms and feed it to themselves for that amount of money, okay? Maybe not that much, maybe a little more, right? You could get somebody to do some pretty depraved shit for $50,000, man. That's a lot of money. So my question is, Verbal Ace, okay, you've made these animations before. You've done stuff like this before, so you know about how much it costs. So why did you do this? Verbal Ace, man, why? I looked up to you, man. I respected you. How could you do this, man? How could you do this to me? I thought you were a good role model for young black men like myself, man. How could you be out here doing this, man? Come on, man. But alas, that's not even the worst part. That's not even the worst thing I have to talk about today. So, now let's talk about something that just isn't as funny and definitely is some, like, real scumbag behavior. So I'm gonna restart this video, and I want you to hear what this dude is asking.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Verbal Ace, beatboxer from outer space, and some of you may already know that Cartoon Beatbox Battles is currently dead. This is not because of the YouTube algorithm, but YouTube itself not sending you guys notifications when I upload new videos, regardless of the notification bell settings. But you can save Cartoon Beatbox Battles by becoming a part of Cartoon Beatbox Battles. I know there
Whoa! You can become a part of Cartoon Beatbox Battles? You mean I could be the dude that's rapping against Thanos and Deadpool? Okay, sign me up. How do I do this? You know, I'm an animator, I'm an artist. Let's figure out, let's enter this contest. Let's see what we have to do.
are content creators out there with channels that need more subscribers. So I am looking for 9 animators and content creators to help create a segment in Luigi's Beatbox. Luigi's Beatbox has been divided into 9 different parts, with each part consisting of 10 seconds, which means you guys, whoever you are, will have 10 seconds to animate or create their portion of the video. This could be stop motion, puppeteering, 2D animation, 3D animation, live action, whatever you guys do to make creative content, I would like to see it. There will be an animatic video of your section provided to you for reference, so if you guys want to improve your parts with backgrounds or a crazier scenario similar to what you've been given as a reference, it'll help you win the contest. Yes, contest. Out of the 9 people chosen, one of you will win a signed Verbal Ace plushie. But even if you don't...
Verbal Ace. And I'm going to be very nice. I'm going to be very nice with this. Verbal Ace. You've worked with animators. You've worked with artists. You expect somebody to spend hours, 5 or 10 hours of their life. Honestly, probably even more than that, because a lot of people are really passionate about this stuff and will spend 20 or 30 hours on just a 5 or 6 second animation. That's how passionate a lot of these animators are. You really expect people to drop what they're doing and suck up to some contest that you're making? You expect people to put that kind of work in for a plushie? you should be paying these people, at the very least, everybody who enters this contest should get around $100, $200. That's what I say. That's what kind of money you're working with when it comes to animations. Animations are not cheap, okay? Just as I said before, I was not aware that a lot of Verbal Ace's earlier videos, I wasn't aware that a lot of those cost as much as they did. I love watching animation. I love enjoying cartoons. But they're not simple to make at all, man. They take hours, days, weeks, months, years. And beyond that, they cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to make. Verbal Ace, why in the hell would you think it's okay to basically scam people to make a free animation for you? Why would you think this is okay, man? This is genuinely one of the scumbaggiest, most disgusting things I've ever seen somebody of this caliber, somebody in this position, try to do. This is insane, dude. Why would you... You know you're ripping these people off, man. You know exactly what you're doing. And you know, I think the worst part about this is this nigga knows most of his audience is kids. So, and don't say kids aren't going to participate in animation. People of all ages will participate in animation and drawing and art in general. So, the question that I have for Verbal Ace is this. Are you going to fucking pay these people? Are you going to make this worth their time? Are you going to actually use them for future animations? Are you going to actually pay them a good amount? Or is it just going to be a one-time use thing? Oh, I use your work and I get popularity for it, and then you get nothing out of it. This is a blatant and obvious scam, Verbal Ace. What the fuck is this? Come on, man. Okay, listen. The whole Has-Been Hotel animation, right? Whatever. You do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care about it. I wouldn't care if this dude was doing beatboxes over actual porn, right? If that's what he wants to do, whatever. As soon as you start scamming these animators and you stop paying them and you start saying, hey, let's make this little contest so you can win free publicity, so you can win 15 hours and you can waste 25 hours of your life for publicity for my channel to benefit my channel. Like, you see how that cannot possibly have a good thought process behind it, bro? Especially when you know, right? You've worked with animators before. You know what kind of effort it takes to produce a quality animation. Animation is not easy, man. I mean, out of all of these people, I think Verbal Ace, this dude who works with these content creators, right? And works with these animators, I would think that he, of all people, would... Yes? You don't like Verbal Ace either? You think what he's doing is wrong? Yeah? I agree with you, buddy. She even agrees with me, man. And I think it's especially despicable to work with people like this and try to take advantage of them. I mean, these people are the flesh and blood of your channel. Beyond the fact that they're actually making the shit, right? They're actually making these animations for you. These people are literally, like, you are scamming people that are part of your essential audience. This is like me injecting bleach into my body, bro. It would be like me eating a lot of shitty food, a lot of shitty junk food, and then complaining, oh, my body's not working as well. Duh! I'm not fucking feeding it the right food so I can actually, do what I need to do during the day. Listen, when you're when you're a dude like Verbal Ace, it's so important when you're in the position that he's in to never ever do stuff like this. Never make some. First of all, let's go beyond the fact that this is a straight up scam. Art competition? How are you gonna contest? How are you gonna judge live action, stop motion, and traditional 2D animation under the same standards? It doesn't make any sense. It's just gonna be whichever one you like the best. And obviously you're not really winning anything, you're just winning a Verbal Ace plushie, but I feel like I would be pretty insulted if I spent 20 hours doing, you know, again, a really hardcore animation for this dude, just for him to like some little, right, some little quirky TikTok skit that somebody did better. It's very, very insulting, man. And there are plenty of art contests like this, like the Turkey Tom art contest. It's just not an art contest, man. It's a lot of these big creators that know nothing about art like to do art contests, right? And all it does is insult the people that enter it, right? You don't ever enter. Basically, if you're an artist, let me just tell you this: don't ever enter an art contest, man. Don't ever. Anybody who tries to tell you that your art is isn't good enough for whatever reason, you don't have to listen to them, man, because for whatever reason they don't like it, somebody else is gonna like it. And being overly critical about something like that is really just going to serve to hurt you more than anything, because your art style is your art style, and you will grow and you will get better, and you will, like, things will change over time. It's not like you're doing the same art over and over again, and you will grow an audience, and people will like your art regardless. So it doesn't really matter if you get the approval of one specific person anyways. Especially a dude like this. You should never ever be trying to work to impress somebody like this. This is very sad, dude, and clearly this guy is definitely down on his luck. He's in a bad position. Let's say it like that. We can all tell dude is down bad, struggling for finances. But obviously, if you're going to spend $50,000 on an animation like that, like, you should, you know, it's obvious why you're not doing too well financially, man. And, you know, to try and scam people to get free work from them is absolutely disgusting. I just can't even look at Verbal Ace the same anymore, man. You're a real fucking scumbag, dude. That's it. That's all I had to say.